Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, I will show you how much I spend in a week as a 29-year-old PhD student living alone in Melbourne, Australia. Now, let's start from day one. Today is the first day of doing this challenge of what I spent in a week. Let's start from breakfast. I'm actually very excited for the video this week because I've never done anything like this before, and I feel like by counting every single purchase or consumptions, then maybe I'll be more cautious in terms of like the money that I'm gonna spend in the future. I have a croissant with ham and my decaf coffee. The coffee beans were actually gifted by my friend. And then I went to work for a bit before grabbing my lunch, which is a leftover from the day before. Later on, I hop on a train and headed to the city because I booked a Pilates class. Finished Pilates. Now I have an hour before my research seminar. Alright, I got my matcha. It's a bit sweet. It tastes nice. I hop on the train again, but it's free because it's within the free train zone in Melbourne, waiting for my research seminar to begin. And after the seminar, I joined people returning from work, heading back home, and making my dinner of the night. The next day, it was a chill working from home day. For the breakfast, I have yogurt bowl with my regular decaf coffee, and for lunch, I make some noodles with egg and tomatoes, also with my leftover from the day before. I also made a strawberry matcha, which tastes so much better than the one that I bought because I can adjust the sugar level. And then I went on to make some cookies because I was invited to have dinner with my neighbors at their home, and it was the first time that I visited them at their place, so I thought I should bring some homemade cookies. These cookies are not that hard to make, just need to spend some time and efforts in putting together all of these ingredients and stuff. The budget of these cookies were not that much. If you calculate each cookie, it was just a few cents, but then it was time consuming because it took me an hour and a half to finish baking. But it was fun and I like doing that. I think I might just hold the whole tray and go into my neighbor's place. But look at this! Third day, I went to the city and my boyfriend was driving me, so no public transport, and we went to Chinatown to have yenta because it's been a while. One of the tricky things about yenta is that you wouldn't know how much you order until you got the bills. So I got this book, they wrap it up for me. Nichols is my teacher, he's a professor in our uni and he actually have influenced me a lot. So he published this new book and it looks very interesting. So I'm gonna get a copy. I also got some socks and a milk tea because why not since we're in the city. That's nice. $9. I also spent money on buying a gift for a friend who is gonna have birthday in a few days, and I went to Asian grocery to fill up my instant noodle stock, and I went back home to make dinner, which is pork ribs and some spinach. My expense spiked because I went out for lunch and also went shopping. It's the fourth day and I thought I would chat about how I save money. I don't really budget my spending and I still buy things that I want, but I don't usually buy things impulsively. Sometimes I will wait for a few days before deciding whether to get an item. I guess my way of saving money is to consume wisely. As you can see, I mostly cook at home, which helps save a lot since I don't get takeaways. But I also don't mind eating out with friends occasionally because I consider social time important and trying new restaurants bring me joy. Apart from food, my largest expense is rent. I will go into more detail about rent and bills at the end of the video. For me, I wouldn't consider living in the CBD where the rent for a one-bedroom apartment is usually higher. So if you move away from the central area, the rent is cheaper. I was more frugal in my spending when I was in my early 20s because I didn't have any salary back then and had to rely on my parents. Now, as I start working and have some savings, I feel more comfortable in spending money and I don't have to sacrifice my lifestyle just for the sake of saving money. The following 3 days, I didn't spend a lot as I mainly work from home. Just lots of home cooking, eating my leftovers, or snacking. But I went out once to work in my office, and I also did some activities that were free of charge, like going to my apartment's gym, going for a walk in a park, and enjoying a stunning sunset. Now it's time to calculate how much I spend in a week. So this chart showing you how much I spend in a week from day 1 to day 7. And you can literally tell which day that I went out and which day that I stay at home. This weekly consumption is $318. If I'm gonna add my rent and bills on top, which will be $788 in total. So it's not too much, but it's also not cheap either because of the rent that is like taking up the majority of my expense. I think this expense can sort of represent what I usually spend in a week. If I minus the shopping expense, that would be $675. Every month I probably wouldn't buy that many extra things, but then it's also like a necessity in a way that sometimes you just need to replace that pair of socks. But yeah, this is a little summary of the video. I have a lot of fun filming it, even though like doing all the calculation is just like a pain in the ass. Let me know in the comments if you like the video, and let me know how much you usually spend in a week if you ever calculated that before. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.